This is Sujit. Welcome to Physics 2020. So today we are going to discuss the next topic in the chapter motion in the straight line, that is motion under gravity. Okay, motion under gravity. So we were discussing about the kinematic equations. Okay, kinematic equations of uniform accelerated motion. So we have seen the derivation of uniform, that is the kinematic equation, both in the algebraic method and calculus method, and we have seen that is two problem solving sections for kinematic equations. Okay, so what are the kinematic equations we studied? That is V is equal to U plus AT to S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Third equation, V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. Right? So these are the kinematic equations we studied for uniform accelerated motion. Now the motion under gravity. What is meant by motion under gravity? So in the absence of air resistance, each and every object fall into the earth with a certain acceleration. So that is called motion under gravity or free fall. That is called free fall. So in the absence of air resistance, each and every object is attracted towards the earth with a constant acceleration. That is called the acceleration due to gravity. Due to gravity, so that is called motion under gravity. So that is also comes under, that is uniform accelerated motion. So in this we consider the acceleration of the earth. So the same equations we use for that is motion under gravity, that is V is equal to, when it is considered for that is motion under gravity, so the equation changes, that is V is equal to U plus gt. Okay, here the acceleration due to gravity. Okay, S is equal to ut plus half gt square. So okay, the third equation, that is V square minus U square is equal to 2gs. So the main assumption we are using in this motion, that is the motion under gravity. So the main assumption we are using, that is the motion is happening in the vacuum. That is the motion under gravity is, that is it is happening in the vacuum. That is the viscous force or the thrust of the medium has no role in this motion. The thrust of the medium or viscous force offered by the medium has no role in this motion. Okay, so V is equal to U plus gt, S is equal to ut plus half gt square, V square minus U square is equal to 2gs. Okay. So based on this assumption, we are going to discuss two types of motion in this, that is motion under gravity. So that is one type of motion. First type of motion is a body falling freely under gravity. Okay, then second type of motion we are considering, a body is projected vertically upwards. A body is projected vertically upwards. So based on the assumption, that is air resistance, the motion is happening in vacuum. That is, we are considering, or we are going to discuss, there are two types of motion, that is motion under gravity. That is first type of motion, a body falling freely under gravity. Okay, then second type of motion, a body is projected vertically upwards. Okay, so before that, these are the equation v is equal to u plus at. That is here v is velocity, right? Velocity, it is a vector. Okay. So u, that is velocity, that is also vector. Okay. So s, not distance, it is a displacement, right? Displacement, that is also vector. Okay. Then g, acceleration, that is also vector. So when we consider the motion, that is downward motion and upward motion, this velocity, that is vector quantities, have the sign convention. Okay, sign convention. So what are the situations we have to consider the velocity or these vector quantities as a positive, and in what situation we have to consider these vector quantities as negative? That is very, very important. Okay, very, very important. So for that, we are using the same reference. That is, we take it as, that is ground as the frame of reference. Okay, ground as the ground as the frame of reference. Okay, if the motion is from, it is an upward motion. That is, if the object is going upwards from the ground. Okay, upwards. So this velocity v, comma u, comma s, or we consider as positive. Okay, so we will consider the ground as the frame of reference, and if the object is going upwards, this velocity v, u, s are taken as positive. Okay, so if the object is coming towards earth, okay, so this velocity v, s and u we will consider as negative. Okay, negative. So then what about g? So we discussed that is v, u and s. Okay, v, u and s. So if the object is going upwards, we will consider that is v, u, s and s are positive. Okay, so if the object is coming towards the earth, that is towards the ground, we will consider that is v, s and u are negative. Then what about g? Okay, g. So g, if the object is coming downwards, so what is the direction of g? G is acting towards the ground. Am I right? G is acting towards the ground. Okay. When an object is going upwards, what is the direction of g? G is still acting downwards. Yes, right? G is still acting downwards. So whether the object is going upwards or downwards, G is always acting downwards. So in all the cases, we will consider G as negative. Whether the object is going upwards or downwards, we will consider G is always negative. Okay, always. G is always negative. So these are the sign convention we are using, because the velocity, all the quantities in the kinematic equation are the vector quantities. Velocity, displacement, acceleration are the vector quantities. So since we are considering the motion, upward motion and downward motion, so we have to consider the quantities as positive or negative. So we will consider the ground as a reference point. So reference point, if the object is moving from the ground, so we will consider v, u and s are positive. If the object is coming towards the ground, we will consider that is v and s, u are negative. So in the case of g, acceleration due to gravity s, we will consider it is always negative. Clear? So the first case, body falling freely under gravity. Okay, so I told that there is two types of motion we are going to consider. One is body falling freely under gravity, that is a freely falling body, and another one is a body is projected vertically upwards. Okay, so consider a body is falling freely. Okay, falling freely. That is with the initial velocity 0. U is equal to 0. Okay. So this is the ground. This is the ground. Let height be the height of the object. Okay, body which is at a height is falling freely with initial velocity is equal to 0. So it reaches the ground. It reaches the ground with a final velocity v. Okay. So apply the kinematic equations. So what is the first equation? V is equal to u plus gt. Okay, V is equal to u plus gt. So what is the V is equal to? What is the initial velocity? 0 plus gt. Okay, gt. So from this we can write V is equal to gt. Okay, V is equal to gt. Then second kinematic equation, S is equal to ut plus half gt square. Okay, so what is S? That is height. Height means, so let h be the height. H we are measuring from upward from this position to this position. So therefore minus h. Okay, minus h. So is equal to ut, initial velocity is 0. So 0 plus half, g is always minus. Okay, minus t square. Okay, so minus h is equal to minus half gt square. Therefore, h is equal to half gt square. Half gt square. Okay. Then the next third kinematic equation, v square minus u square is equal to 2gs. Okay, so v, so when the object coming down, that is the final velocity we will take, that is minus v. Okay, so minus v, 0 is equal to 2 into minus g into, that is minus h. Okay, displacement is minus h. So v square is equal to 2gh. Okay, v square is equal to 2gh. So from this equation, h is equal to the time taken by the object to reach the ground. So h is equal to half gt square. Okay, so t square is equal to 2h by g. So therefore 2 is equal to square root of 2h by g. 2h by g. That is the time taken by the object to reach the ground. Clear? So the second case, body is projected vertically upwards. Okay, so this is ground. Okay, ground. A body is projected vertically upwards with velocity u is equal to 0. Okay, u is equal to 0. So to reach a maximum height, okay, let h be the maximum height. Okay, let h be the maximum height. So at the maximum height, the velocity, final velocity v is equal to 0. Okay, v is equal to 0. So apply the kinematic equation. So first equation, v is equal to u plus gt. Okay, so final velocity 0 is equal to u plus minus g into t, right? So from this we can write u is equal to gt. U is equal to gt. Next, second equation, s is equal to ut plus half gt square. So s, that is height, is equal to ut minus, because g is minus, half gt square, right? Then third equation, v square minus u square is equal to 2g s. Okay, final velocity is 0 minus initial velocity is equal to 2 into minus g into h. Okay, so from this we can write u square. So from this we can write, that is u square is equal to 2g h. U square is equal to 2g h, right? Next, from this equation, that is h is equal to ut minus half gt square. So what is the value of u? That is gt. So gt square minus half gt square. So gt square minus half gt square, that is half gt square. So h. Okay. So from this, t square is equal to 2h by g. So t is equal to square root of 2h by g. So this is the time taken by the object to reach the maximum height. Okay, maximum height. Clear? So some more points. Body is projected vertically upwards. Suppose a body is projected vertically upwards with the initial velocity u and it reaches a maximum velocity v is equal to 0. Okay. So the maximum height reached by the body. Maximum height reached by the body. So we can use this equation, v square minus u square is equal to 2gs. So final velocity 0 minus u square 2 into minus g into h. U square cancel, minus minus cancel. So h is equal to u square by 2g. So the maximum height reached is equal to u square by 2g. Okay. 2. Time of ascent is equal to time of descent. That is t is equal to root of 2h by g. 2h by 2h by g. Okay, time of ascent is equal to time of descent is equal to t is equal to 2h by g. So already we derived this equation. So total time of flight. Total time of flight. So is equal to 2 into root of that is 2h by, that is the total time of flight. Then fourth one, velocity of fall at the point of projection. Velocity of fall at the point of projection. Suppose a body is projected with a velocity u and it reaches a maximum height and it comes down with a velocity v. That is u. That is same as the initial velocity. So that is velocity of fall at the point of projection. That is equal to u. Okay, u. Then fifth one is when an object comes down to the ground, or an object is falling freely from a height to height. So the final velocity reached by the object. So final velocity of the object falling freely. So we can use the equation, that is v square minus u square is equal to 2gs, right? V square, what is the initial velocity? Falling freely, that is initial velocity is 0. Okay, 0 is equal to 2 into minus g into height, minus h, right? So v square is equal to 2gh. V is equal to square root of 2gh. V is equal to square root of 2gh. That is the final velocity of the object falling freely. So v is equal to square root of 2gh. Okay. So with this, I conclude this session, that is motion under gravity. So next session we will meet with the problems of motion under gravity. Okay, stay tuned. Bye.